What if tonight was the last time you ever fell asleep? Your body would unravel in terrifying ways. Hallucinations. Immune collapse. Death. How long could you survive before your brain shuts down completely? By the end of this video, you'll feel the countdown ticking in your own body. And you'll never take sleep for granted again. You've now been awake for 3 straight days. 72 hours. At first, you feel wired, almost euphoric. Your body pushes adrenaline through your veins. I'm fine, you tell yourself. I can push through this. But inside your skull, your neurons are firing like a faulty circuit board. Sparks everywhere. Connections breaking. Suddenly, light feels too bright. Sounds stab at your ears. The room tilts slightly, like you're walking on a ship. And then, shadows. A flicker in your peripheral vision. You spin around, nothing. But then you see it again. And again. Until the line between real and imagined is gone. Hallucinations. Not the playful, dreamlike kind. Distorted faces in the crowd. Letters wriggling on the page. The ground shifting beneath your feet like it's breathing. Tell me this, could you tell the difference between what's real and what's fake, if your own brain swore it was true? Scientists studied soldiers, truck drivers, even students, pushing them to this breaking point. Around the 72-hour mark, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that separates logic from madness, shuts down. What's left is raw instinct, paranoia, and fragments of memory stitched together into nightmares you live while awake. But hallucinations? They're just the warm-up. Because what happens next makes twisted visions look like child's play. In the next stage, it's not just your mind unraveling, it's your body itself that starts collapsing. Day 4. Your body is no longer tired, it's in crisis. Your heart rhythm becomes erratic. One moment it's racing, the next it skips a beat, like a faulty metronome. Your liver struggles to filter toxins from your blood. Your kidneys falter, letting waste build up in your system. This isn't just exhaustion anymore. This is organ stress. And your brain? It fights back in the most disturbing way possible, micro-sleeps. These are 2 to 3 second blackouts where your brain forces itself into unconsciousness, even while your eyes are open. Imagine driving at 60 miles per hour and vanishing from reality for 3 seconds. That's the length of a football field gone in darkness. Or walking down a flight of stairs and losing consciousness mid-step. One blackout, and you're finished. This isn't speculation. Randy Gardner, the world record holder who went 11 days without sleep, experienced these blackouts around this point. He would insist he was awake, only to have researchers prove his brain had gone offline in bursts. Think about that, your mind is so desperate for rest, it hijacks your consciousness against your will. And when microsleeps aren't enough, your body starts shutting down non-essential systems. Digestion slows. Hormone production drops. Even your skin begins to break down, tiny wounds that won't heal, infections that spread. Here's the terrifying truth, your body doesn't just want sleep. It will sacrifice pieces of itself to get it. Pause for a second. Imagine your own heart skipping a beat right now. Could you even tell? Or would you only notice when the room started spinning? By day 5, paranoia becomes full-blown delirium. You can't tell if someone is talking to you or if your mind invented the voice. You can't tell if you're walking in a straight line or veering into traffic. And the scariest part? None of this feels strange to you. In your broken state, it feels normal. But this is still survival mode. What happens next, past day 6, isn't survival anymore. It's the beginning of collapse. And history has one brutal case that proves it. Day 6. You're no longer surviving. You're unraveling. Your immune system collapses. A paper cut becomes infected. A cold spirals into pneumonia. With no sleep, your body can't produce the white blood cells to fight back. You are defenseless. Your organs cry out for relief. The liver falters. The kidneys clog. Your heart grows weaker, sometimes fluttering into arrhythmia so severe, sudden cardiac arrest becomes possible. And your mind? It's no longer your own. Paranoia mutates into psychosis. You hear conversations that never happened. You see shadows moving when you're alone. And here's the chilling part, your brain accepts them as real. By day 7, motor skills collapse. You drop objects without realizing. You stagger as though drunk. Reflexes slow so much that crossing the street becomes a deadly gamble. This isn't just theory. In 1964, Randy Gardner, the record holder, was so unstable by this stage that doctors feared permanent brain damage. Another case, DJ Tom Rounds in Honolulu, collapsed after 200 hours awake. He survived only because medics forced him into recovery sleep before his organs failed. And not everyone was so lucky. Historical records show soldiers kept awake for days sometimes dropped dead mid-march, heart stopping from sheer exhaustion. Pause. Ask yourself, how many nights in a row have you pushed without sleep? 1? 2? Now stretch that to 7. Imagine your body already breaking apart, and your brain whispering lies you can't escape. But here's the darkest twist, it's not just about death. Sleep deprivation can permanently rewire the brain. And history holds cases where people never came back the same, even after they finally slept. That's what we'll uncover next. Day 6. This isn't survival anymore. This is collapse. Your body is unraveling on every front. Heart rhythms go haywire, racing, then skipping beats. Blood pressure spikes unpredictably. Your liver struggles to clear toxins. Your kidneys let waste build up. This isn't just exhaustion. This is systemic breakdown. And your brain? It's no longer in control. Microsleeps stretch into full blackouts. You lose hours at a time, convinced you were awake. Randy Gardner, the 11-day record holder, was barely coherent by this point. His memory fractured, his speech slurred, and his coordination collapsed. Researchers described him as awake, but not functional. Not everyone survives this stage. In 2012, a Chinese man stayed up 11 nights watching soccer matches. On the final day, he was found dead, cardiac failure, triggered by exhaustion. By day 7, paranoia becomes psychosis. Hallucinations aren't flickers anymore, they're full realities. A voice calling your name doesn't feel like imagination. It feels real. And here's the darkest twist, your body will sacrifice systems to buy time. Hormones crash. Digestion slows. Your skin stops repairing itself, tiny cuts that once healed now fester. Infections spread unchecked. Pause for a moment. Could you even recognize if your own heart skipped a beat right now? Or would you only notice when the room tilted and the floor rushed up at you? Doctors call this stage cascade failure, when organ stress tips into irreversible collapse. Because if day 7 is collapse, the next stage is beyond survival. And the rare experiments that pushed humans past this point reveal something even darker, what the brain does when it has no choice but to cannibalize itself. Randy Gardner survived 11 days without sleep, but it wasn't without consequences. Researchers stopped the experiment before permanent damage occurred. Some pushed to these extremes never fully recovered. Their sleep cycles fractured. Cognitive abilities diminished. Their brains literally rewired by the trauma of extreme deprivation. Imagine your own mind stripped bare. Hallucinations feel real. Microsleeps steal moments of life. Organs fail silently while your consciousness insists it's fine. Every second without rest is a silent assault on your body. Tonight, when you close your eyes, remember, every hour of sleep is your brain saving itself. It's repairing, rebooting, and protecting you from collapse. Pause and think, one choice each night, sleep or ignore your body's command, is literally life or death at the cellular level. And here's the link to action in the world outside your bedroom. A rested mind makes split-second decisions. It's the difference between moving when someone needs help, or freezing like the crowd in the Bystander Effect. Curious how you can train your brain to act decisively in emergencies? Watch The Bystander Effect, Why No One Helps in a Crisis. Your ability to intervene depends on preparation, not luck. Sleep is more than rest. It's the foundation of life, cognition, and action. Protect it, and you protect every decision your mind will ever make.